self-hate is real, and it is real in my life. That's what these 55 years have taught me. The self-hate is real, and it is real in my life. It's still alive and well and real in my life. That's what these 55 years have taught me. That self-hate is real, is alive and well, and it's holding me back, and I am sick of it. Because life is passing me by because I never dealt with the root of the issue. And doing these videos have shined a light on it, because you see yourself as third person from the outside looking in. You see all your flaws, your insecurities, all your hang-ups, all the things you don't like about yourself. These videos shine a light on it, and it has let me know that self-hate is still real in my life, and I need to deal with it so life won't keep passing me by. Can't afford life to pass me by because I never took the time, had the courage to do the work of confronting the things that I hated about myself. And this is going back to, I can trace this back to preschool, kindergarten, first grade, second grade, third grade, fourth grade, so on and so forth. I can trace it back, way back when. Because I was never liked myself growing up. Because first of all, I had a skin condition. I lived in a dermatologist, a real bad eczema, or eczema, or however you want to say it. And I lived in a dermatologist's office. And he said it was caused by citric acids. I was eating too many citric acids. An allergic reaction would cause my mouth to break out real bad, to the point that my lips would turn charcoal black and look like somebody had set them on fire with a lighter. And so he would prescribe me some lotion and cream and soap, and I got it together. But he said I'll either outgrow it or not eat as much citric acids, which I don't. As I'm older, I don't eat all that citric acids in a huge, large amount. I don't, in a huge quantity. I don't. So I haven't really had too much of a flare-up with that since I've been older. But that was one of the roots. I always hated that because the kids used to tease me because my mouth was so black. Oh, it looked awful. It looked completely awful. Like I said, it looked like somebody had set my lips on fire, and it was charcoal black and burnt. Charcoal black and burnt. Oh, I hated that. And then the second insecurity was that I always had a slight speech impediment. And I used to hate to talk because I had a slight speech impediment. And that was a form of self-hate because I always wanted to talk really well, communicate real well, be articulate. I always admired people who was extremely articulate and could speak well and say the words correctly and speak big words and sound intelligent when they talked and be able to express themselves extremely well. And that was a form of self-hatred because I hated to talk, and because I had a speech impediment and hated to read. Could read on a normal level, but not as good as I thought I should be able to read. Read on a basic level, but not really on a high level. I got myself through school, got myself through college, and all that, but my reading has not been really up to par like I felt that it should be. Never been up to par like I felt that my reading should be, and I always hated that. I always hated that about myself. That was another root of the issue of the self-hate. And then a third root of the issue is when I was young, I was very mischievous. And one day I was playing with the dolls, and I took some scissors out, and I cut my hair. I was fairly long. One side was long, and then I cut my hair, and one side was long, and one side was short. So I had to go to the barber and get it all cut off to look like a little boy. I always hated that because I always wanted long, beautiful hair like the Barbie doll's hair. I always hated that. Hated short hair on myself. Truly hated short hair on myself growing up. Truly insecurity. Truly, probably the biggest root, that was bigger than the skin ailment and a speech impediment, was the short hair. I always hated short hair on myself. I always wanted long, beautiful, long hair, and it wasn't really a lot of extensions and stuff growing up. Extension was just coming out when I was growing up. I didn't get into extensions till I was about 17 or 18. But not when I was 7 or 8. I didn't really have too much of extensions and all that to put in my hair. So I had to wear it short and look like a little boy, and I always hated that. And that, I think that was one of the biggest causes of self-hate. I always hated to look at myself in the mirror because I hated that short hair on myself, even though I had to face for it. Everybody told me I had to face for it and just put in some earrings and you had to face for it and everything. But I just hated short hair on myself. So I got to confront this self-hate. And these videos, and doing these videos, have really brought it back out to let me know that I have never really dealt with it, and that life is going to pass me by until I deal with it, because I got to become my best self. And the self-hate is keeping me from becoming my best self. It's going to take a lot of work to get me on point. It may take a team of people to get me on point. It take a doctors, coach, life coach, exercise coach. It's just a team of people to get me on point. A stylist, everything to get me on point to overcome the self-hatred and get to where I feel that I should be and need to be in life to move forward, and so that life won't hold me back. So that is what I'm confronting today. That's what I'm calling myself out, calling myself up to do the work of the self-hate for once and for all. Since you got to do these videos and look at yourself and see yourself in third person. So I am calling myself out to do the work. Like I said, the work is going to be daunting for me, but I'm willing to do it one day at a time, and whatever it takes, I'm willing to do to get to the root of the issue and do the work to become my best self, so life won't keep passing me by. Because I can't have life pass me by because I won't do the work. And it's a horrible testimony to God and God's kingdom, and I'm not very good ambassador for Him, not being my best self. And I'm not a very good ambassador to Him or His kingdom, not being my best self. So it's something I always wanted to confront, something I'm ready to deal with once and for all at this late stage in life. I'm ready to deal with it, ready to tackle it, ready to call in a team of experts, whatever it takes, I'm ready to do it in this area of self-hate. That's what I'm saying, because it has definitely had life pass me by, because when you hate yourself, you don't want to do nothing. You just want to stay in the house, hide. That's what I want to do. I can't speak for you, but that's been my experience. Just stay in the house, hide, go in your little corner, stay in your own little world, and not confront it. And that's why I said life has passed me by, because I've never really confronted it to do the work to become my best self, so I can be outgoing and be the person of who I dream to become. So that's why I'm talking about life has passed me by in that way. And I am ready to do the work and show my work. I'm calling in for God's, I'm calling in and praying in, but it takes more than calling in and praying in. You got to do the work. Prayer without action is dead, so I'm ready to do the work. I am ready to do the work. That's what I'm ready to do, the work in these areas, in this area of self-hate. Self-hate. This is what this video is about. 55 years have taught me that life has passed me by, and the root of the issue has been self-hate. That's been the root of my issue. It's been self-hate. I can't speak for you, but I'm calling myself out on it because I'm ready to do the work and hold myself accountable. And the best way to hold myself accountable is by doing these videos, calling myself out, calling myself up, and doing the work in the areas of self-hate. I have to. Too much time has passed, life has passed, and I've got to do the work to become the best version of myself. So this is what this video is about. Hopefully help somebody else or somebody can relate to it. Hopefully you'll like, share, and watch my journey. Join the journey as God's makeover in the area of self-hate. I'm calling God's makeover in this area of self-hate. That is what I am calling today. God's area, an area of self-hate, because it has kept me back, held me back, made life pass me by most of my life because I have been hiding. It's time to come out, do the work, and become my best self. So like, share, and watch my journey as God makeover in the area of self-help. Thanks so much, D.